If you know Austin at all, you know that there's an age-old debate over whether living in North Austin or South Austin is better. As residents and newcomers weigh the pros and cons of each of these areas, they really find themselves navigating many differences, some of which are cultural, architectural, and definitely lifestyle related. Today, I'm going to dive into how North and South Austin are defined, as well as many of the reasons people may choose to live in one of these areas over the other. So let's go ahead and jump right in. You might be wondering, how in the world are North and South Austin divided and defined? Now, the division between North and South Austin is somewhat informal and doesn't necessarily have strict geographical boundaries. Generally speaking, though, the Colorado River, aka Lady Bird Lake, aka Town Lake, whatever you want to call it, many different names over the years, which runs through the city, specifically downtown, is considered the natural divide between North and South Austin. South Austin is situated south of this river, while North Austin is obviously to the north. The terms are often used more to describe a cultural and lifestyle divide rather than a precise geographical location, but overall, this is a solid rule of thumb. Before I dive into South Austin first and paint a better picture of that, I do want to give you some context surrounding Austin and how this ever started in the first place. Now, Austin is a little bit unique in the sense that we have an incredibly vibrant downtown, and that's been a big draw to the city this entire time, even before Austin became so developed like it is today. A big reason for that is that Austin is the capital of Texas, and our state capitol building is also located downtown. We are also home to the University of Texas at Austin, a very popular university throughout the country, which attracts many students and residents every year. On top of this, Austin has also been the live music capital of the world for many decades now, creating a very creative, eclectic atmosphere, all centered around this urban core, which is downtown Austin and our city center. This brings me to my next topic, which is diving into South Austin, where this will all come together so nicely. Before I jump into that though, I do want to welcome you to the channel or back to the channel where I share everything about what it's like living in Austin. My name is Aubrey von Behren, and I'm a licensed real estate broker helping hundreds of people relocate to the Austin area over the years. I've been here for over 14 years now and really love sharing everything that I've learned over that period of time to hopefully help make your life just a little bit easier in your search. Please make sure you hit that like button because it helps people looking for this information find it a little more easily. And if you are happy with the content that I'm putting together for you, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll be alerted of the weekly videos that I put together for you. If you think you might be interested in working together, be sure to call, text, or email, and I would love to connect about your home search here in the Austin area. Piggybacking off of that vibrant downtown that I mentioned just a moment ago, South Austin is a hub for arts, music, and cultural activities galore. You'll find numerous music venues, art galleries, and other similar spots throughout the entire area. This particular location is also home to many locally owned businesses, including restaurants, really cool cafes, boutiques, and vintage shops all scattered about. What many people love about the area is they really appreciate the support for small businesses and the availability of those types of more unique shops that are hard to find in other spots. It is important to note that some of this has changed in recent years with a lot of the development that I've mentioned in this video and others, including our popular South Congress stretch, where you'll find more well-known names such as Yeti, Aviator Nation, and other big brands. I will say it's really nice to have those here. We're just seeing a little bit less of the local shops than we did in prior years. If you've watched any of my other videos, you may know that one of my hobbies includes trying new restaurants. I'm definitely a foodie at heart. So one of my favorite things about South Austin is that you will find a very diverse and thriving food scene between food trucks, quick eateries, and other chef-inspired, more culinary offerings. The food and drink options also, I've noticed, really tend to reflect the neighborhood's more creative and laid back atmosphere. So I think that's why a lot of these restaurants, especially the more boutique, locally owned ones, gravitate towards the South Austin location rather than other areas throughout Greater Austin. When I'm considering an area, the proximity to outdoor attractions is really important. That's a huge driver for so many people too, I found. Now, when you're in South Austin, this is where it really hits home. You'll find great proximity to many of our local outdoor spots like Barton Creek Greenbelt, Barton Springs, Zilker Park, the trails along Lady Bird Lake, and so many other really good spots for these outdoor offerings. Of course, in all of these areas, you'll be able to hike, bike, and really just enjoy our primarily sunny days throughout the Austin metro. What people also really like about this is the sheer accessibility to these areas when you live in South Austin. The closer you live to downtown, the more walkable these areas become, but that's not necessarily the case in other parts of Austin, specifically North Austin. Another really big draw to South Austin is that you'll find many community events, including music festivals, art fairs, farmers markets, and the list goes on and on. These events really create a strong sense of community and really great opportunities for socializing, especially when you're new to an area and really trying to immerse yourself meeting new people and just getting a really good feel for the city. You've probably heard about some of these festivals over the years, which include the likes of Austin City Limits, South by Southwest, Austin Food and Wine Festival, and again, so many more offerings specifically around that South and Central Austin area. Another really big draw to South Austin is that each neighborhood in this area really has its own character, from historic homes in the Travis Heights neighborhood to kind of the funky, eclectic vibe of South Congress, aka SoCo. This gives residents the opportunity to really find a neighborhood that aligns with their preferences in terms of not only lifestyle, but of course aesthetic and what they're really looking for in a home. It is very important to point out, though, that these areas are no longer inexpensive. So as much as people love South Austin, they're also often now choosing to move either farther south or north into more of the suburban areas, which I'll dive into in just a moment. Be sure to check out some of my other videos too, highlighting these locations to paint a better picture of housing opportunities as well. I mentioned earlier that Austin is known as the live music capital of the world, and South Austin plays a significant role in this reputation. The area is home to iconic music venues over the years and a thriving local music scene. So again, this is why so many people flock to the South Austin area specifically. You're also incredibly close to many of our newest large music venues like the Moody Center and Moody Amphitheater, located just north of the river, technically in North Austin, but more so Central Austin, near our state capitol and the University of Texas. If you're looking to be close to these types of events and venues, then South Austin is probably your spot. South Austin also offers a really laid back and casual atmosphere. The neighborhoods are really easygoing and can certainly be appealing to those who appreciate a more relaxed and unpretentious lifestyle that you will find in South Austin. I'd say overall, people are really drawn to South Austin for its cultural richness, a sense of community, diverse neighborhoods, and really the celebration of that creativity and individuality that you'll find all throughout Central and South Austin specifically. Now that Austin has become such a hub for tech companies and entrepreneurs, you will find a real mix of the small bungalow style homes in South Austin, all the way up to brand new, modern, multi-million-dollar properties in any of these areas. So again, it is a very eclectic, wide range of home styles and price points in this South Austin vicinity. You're probably wondering what North Austin is all about, and North Austin really offers its own distinct advantages that many people also love. Again, there's something for everyone in the greater Austin area, and many people resonate with either North or South Austin for a variety of reasons. Let's go ahead and jump right into North Austin. North Austin is often associated with a more suburban atmosphere, offering more space, larger lots, and newer neighborhoods. There are also more commercial shopping areas I've found in comparison to the hustle and bustle of downtown and South Austin. Speaking of shopping, one of the big draws to North Austin is our proximity to the Domain, which is our large outdoor shopping area and entertainment complex that features upscale stores, more of your mainstream names, restaurants, and numerous entertainment options throughout. This is a super popular destination for not only shopping, as I mentioned, but leisure activities. It's also one of the more walkable areas in Austin, which is a huge attraction, especially on a really nice day. Many of our days are sunny here, so you have plenty to do if you're hanging out at the Domain. Employment opportunities are huge for people who are looking to relocate to North Austin. This area is home to various tech companies, business parks, and other corporate offices. So these economic opportunities and conveniences can be a significant draw for people that are seeking employment at these tech companies specifically and other sectors in the area, and they just want to be really close to work, especially now that many people aren't working remotely full-time necessarily. Again, this has become especially important to those who are commuting to an office throughout the week, considering the growth of Austin and the increase in our commute times. For all of these reasons, I've noticed it's very important for people to be as close to work as possible. And again, many of these tech employers happen to be located in North Austin. For those of you who have children, or you realize that being in a good school district is important for resale purposes, oftentimes it's important to note that many of the neighborhoods in North Austin also have well-regarded schools, making it a very attractive place for people with families, school-age kids, and again, any others who are just very interested in having a top-ranked school district for potential resale purposes. With the continued growth outside of the city center that I mentioned, we're also seeing many more new neighborhoods in North Austin, including new schools and modern infrastructure to accommodate much of this growth. The reason that's so important is because many people really like the idea of having nice new facilities, especially schools. I mentioned the really nice outdoor activities and green spaces in South Austin. I do want to point out that North Austin also has many wonderful, nice parks and green spaces offering wonderful outdoor activities. The main difference between the two I found is that you'll find yourself driving to most of the locations in North Austin, since the general area is just more spread out than South Austin. On that note, many people also love having a more spread out component. You'll find that many of these parks are larger and less crowded, which is always really, really nice. Like everything though, this is completely dependent on where you're located within each spot, so be sure to reach out to me so I can offer a little bit of guidance in some of these areas. Considering what I do for work, I am always behind the windshield driving throughout Greater Austin. So what I really like about North Austin is that you'll typically find more convenient access to many of the major highways and also more of them, which is super convenient. This really helps with easier commutes to other parts of the city and the surrounding areas. In South Austin, much of the area is really reliant on just a handful of highways, and because of this particular layout in the area, it often doesn't really make sense to utilize those highways. It's just not very convenient. So you'll find yourself using a lot of the interior streets with many of the stop and go intersections that can tack on a lot of time to your particular commute. When people think of North Austin, they often really think of the community amenities that are offered within the particular neighborhood, such as pools, parks, community centers, all of which are located right in the community and offer that really nice neighborhood feel. I find that people who are looking in South Austin aren't necessarily really looking for those community amenities in the immediate neighborhood. They'd rather be close to some of the popular spots like Town Lake, Barton Springs, and Zilker Park. So that's a big difference between the draws to North Austin and South Austin. As a whole, North Austin has experienced significant growth and development in recent years. You'll find newer neighborhoods and commercial developments that have really continued to shape the area's landscape, offering more modern amenities and infrastructure, which so many people love. While North Austin and South Austin are often seen as having a very different feel, so to speak, the preferences for one over the other are very subjective and completely dependent on individual lifestyle preferences and priorities. Some people really appreciate the more suburban feel of North Austin, finding it to be a little bit more comfortable and a convenient place to live. Others want that more hustle and bustle and the importance of having close proximity to the things that really put Austin on the map is incredibly important to them. Again, like I've said so many times, the beauty of Austin is that there's really something for everyone, from the really eclectic, keep Austin weird type homes to your multi-million-dollar waterfront properties and brand new modern homes throughout many of the West Austin communities. There's really something for all here in the Austin metro. Just as a reminder, my name is Aubrey von Behren. I'm a licensed real estate broker here in Austin. And if you may be interested in working together, be sure to call, text, or email. I would love to connect about your move within the Austin area. As always, please hit that like button. It helps people just like you find this information a little more easily. And if you're happy with the content that I'm putting together for you, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you're alerted of all of the new content that I put together for you on a weekly basis. Until next time.